Welcome to the Virtual College Fair for all Virginia students, sponsored by the Virginia Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admission Counselors and StriveScan. Before we get started this evening with our presentation, just a few quick housekeeping items. The first is that to ask questions of the panelists, please feel free to use the Q&A feature. You are welcome to pose questions to a specific school. If you have a question for a specific school, please put the name of that school before your question, or you're also welcome to ask a general question posed to any of our presenters. Your camera and your microphone are turned off, so the panelists will not be able to see or hear you. And we also want to encourage you to sign up for more sessions at the same website where you signed up for this evening session. And in about 1 week, a recording of this session will be available on that same website. But without further ado, I'd like to introduce our first presenter this evening, Methodist University.
Hi there, everyone. Let me get my screen up for you. Thank you for spending your evening with us today. I'm excited to talk to you about my alma mater, but also where I work now, Methodist University in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I am the Assistant Director of Admissions, and I graduated from here back in 2015. So obviously I have a lot of love for this place, and I'm excited to share a little bit about that with you today. All right, sorry about that. All right, so we are a small school in Fayetteville, like I mentioned, just about 2,000 students with an average class size of 18. We have a 12-to-1 student to faculty ratio, really trying to provide individual attention across the board in the classroom, with faculty having required office hours for students to take advantage of to learn more about what they need to work on or being able to have a personal connection with those professors. And we have over 80 different majors, minors, and concentrations, which we're really proud to offer as a smaller institution. Plenty of opportunities for students to get involved, whether that be athletics with 20 Division III teams, over 100 clubs and organizations for students to get involved in, fraternity and sorority life, campus rec and intramural programs. And we're super excited to always talk about our diverse community representing 35 states and 72 different countries. So lots of room to learn about other people and other cultures right here on our campus. Some of the different academic programs that are most popular here, I have listed here for you. We do have a physician assistant studies, we have occupational therapy and physical therapy, so a lot of our funnels to those programs are very popular here. Our business administration program, in industrial engineering, exercise and sports science, nursing, a PGA golf management program, and psychology, all very unique programs that we're proud to offer here at Methodist. Just to give you a bit of an idea of our freshman profiles, our incoming class this last year, we had an average GPA of a 3.46. I like middle 50%. I feel like averages really isolate students, so this gives us an opportunity to kind of give you a bit of a range. Last year, middle 50% was between a 3.0 and 3.9, a 950 and 1130 on the SAT, or a 17 and 23 on the ACT. So if you're falling within that range, just below, just above, you have a really great opportunity for admissions. However, we have kind of switched things up, as many colleges have done. We are offering a test optional admissions experience. I also like the term that's been really going around as test blind. So if you are someone who has tested and would like to submit those scores, if they help you increase your opportunity for an academic scholarship or admissions, we will use those. But if they do not, then it's like it didn't happen. So we're looking and focusing mostly on your high school curriculum, your GPA, your core GPA, which will be based off of English, math, science, social sciences, and foreign language courses. So we're isolating those. But you can also self-report your GPA and test scores if you were able to take them as an opportunity for admission that way. So a number of ways for our students to go through our admissions process. Like to give you an idea of academic scholarships. Of course, affordability is a huge part of deciding where you'd like to go to college. And I think this is a great way for you to kind of get an idea based on your current weighted GPA and test scores, if you have them, what type of scholarship you may qualify for. I love that our process is very fluid. So as you continue through senior year, if your GPA increases or you decide to test or retest, we will update your scholarship to whatever you qualify for. So giving you an opportunity to be as competitive as you were hoping to be in this process. A little bit of an idea of financial aid. Obviously, we talked a little bit about scholarships. Our average scholarship last year was $22,149 for incoming freshmen. I also want to make sure that I let you know that our average net cost was about $18,000 for room, board, and tuition and fees last year, just because I know that affordability is a huge part of the conversation, and so I want you to know that we can be for you. I would love to connect on a personal level with you. Obviously, it's a little difficult to do that in this setting, but I have left my email and my phone number here for you, so you're welcome to reach out to me directly. We are also offering in-person visits now, so while you can do a virtual visit online, we would love to have you in person, and so this is a great way for us to connect and set up a visit for you. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the presentations.
Thank you, Methodist. Our next school up this evening will be Emerson College.
Hi, everyone. I hope you're doing well, and thank you so much for spending some time with us to hear more about our schools. My name is Adriana Guida. I represent Emerson College up in Boston, Massachusetts. I use the she series of pronouns, and I just want to tell you a little bit about Emerson. So there's basically three main things that you should know about us. The first is we are a communication and arts school. So if you are interested in one or both of those areas and you're looking for fairly specific programs in one or both of those areas, we would be a great option for you. And I'll have us take a look at some of those options in just a little bit. Second thing to know about us is we are a liberal arts institution. So in terms of our general education requirements, those are liberal arts classes, and we will take a look at those as well. So what we essentially have is a great combination of a specific hands-on experiential-based major experience with that liberal arts background. And then finally, third thing is that we are located in downtown Boston. So I wanted to bring up this image. This is from our virtual tour online, just to give you a sense of where exactly our campus is located. Literally, you can't get more downtown than we are in the city. We are a very urban campus. We utilize a lot of tall buildings instead of being spread out. But this space, which takes, as you can see, just about 3 to 4 blocks, includes our 5 residence halls, includes all of our classrooms, theaters, rehearsal space, studios. If you want it on campus, it's right in this area. So 15-minute walk from end to end, and you've traversed our entire campus. So what I do want to do, because we are such a specific school, is actually let you take a look at the things that we offer. So this is our liberal arts curriculum, which every student participates in. We give everyone a foundation in communication, as we believe that all of our students are communicators as well as storytellers. So you'll see those foundations classes, and every student takes those typically in their first year. So you're starting right off the bat with some great communication skills. Then you move into our perspectives, which rounds everything out. So no matter what major you're in, whether it be film or journalism or communication sciences disorders, you will get a rounded liberal arts education. So you'll take a history, a literature, a science, a psychology, an ethics class. And some students choose to dive deeper into these, perhaps through minors, but some choose to just do these and just pair them up with their major. So speaking of, just want to show you our majors as well, because we have a specific kind and amount of majors to do with our communication and art focus. So I won't go through these individually, but just to give you an idea of the breadth of communication things that we offer. You could be a generalist, you could go into politics, PR, or sports. If you're into broadcast, print, multimedia journalism, we have a nationally ranked journalism program, as well as marketing, communication, and business of creative enterprises, which is pretty unique. That is a business for an arts setting program. We also have what we were founded on, which is communication sciences and disorders, which would be for a speech pathologist or audiologist. On the flip side, on the School of the Arts, we do have the first comedic arts BFA program in the country. So if you want to be a performer, visual artist, or writer with a focus in comedy, you could focus there. We have 9 different performing arts majors, depending on whether you want to be on stage, off stage, or backstage. If you're into visual and media art, you could be a more hands-off studies person or a hands-on production person where you could specialize in things like filmmaking, sound design, photography, really so many different areas in one major program. And then finally, we have writing, literature, and publishing, which is for those folks who want to either concentrate in creative writing, which could include fiction, nonfiction, poetry, or magazine writing, or you could be a literature or publishing focus as well. And then you'll notice on those slides, I skipped over a couple of majors, and that is because we have what we have come up with in terms of our global portal programs. These are programs that allow you to study abroad basically half or more of your time in school. So each of these programs is a little bit different. I would highly encourage you to reach out to us if you have questions about these. I'll have my contact information at the end, and I can also direct you to my colleague, Eric Osborne, who oversees these programs, and we can tell you more about how you get involved with these and how you'll spend your time studying abroad. I did want to mention a couple more things. We actually have 2 other campuses as well. We use our campus in the Netherlands, which is Castielbel, also known as the castle because it's a literal castle. Students can study there abroad for a semester, or you can study at our Los Angeles campus for a semester and complete an internship while you're out there. We also have what we call these global pathway programs, and those take place in various locations over the summer. I did want to mention, I didn't include application information here, but if you are interested, please reach out to me. We are a test optional school and have been for a number of years. So if you're concerned about things going on this year, need a little assistance, we're happy to help. My contact info is right here. Please feel free to contact me directly. And I've also included the link to our prospective student page where you can sign up for things like our open house. We're actually having one this week and doing another one the week of November 9th. So please feel free to sign up for those. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Emerson. Our next presentation this evening will be from Hollins University.
Good evening, my name is Madeline Aliff. I'm the Director of Recruitment at Hollins University. I'm excited to be chatting with you all this evening. So some quick overview of Hollins. We are located in Roanoke, Virginia, so Southwest Virginia in the Blue Ridge Mountains. We're only about 15 minutes from downtown, nestled in the Blue Ridge, so lots of hiking, wonderful area to be, and then only about 10 minutes from the airport and the mall as well. We were founded in 1842. We're actually the oldest women's college in Virginia. We are a smaller liberal arts institution as well. And so you'll see here our average class size is 11, a very close-knit community. You'll absolutely get to know your professors and those around you, but you'll also see a lot of academic opportunity. So over 30 different majors. I love that our most popular top 2 majors are English and biology. So those 2 tend to go back and forth. And then of course, business and psychology kind of come right behind those. We also have pre-professional programs as well as certificates. You'll also find 9 Division III athletic sports in addition to an equestrian team. So there is a barn on campus for any riders out there as well. Although a smaller community, we're a very diverse community. About 35% of our students identify as students of color or Hispanic Latinx. Although in Virginia, almost over half of our students come from out of state. So we represent 44 states, over 20 different countries. So again, you're gonna find even in a smaller community, students from all over the world. We know that academics is important, but so is your ways of getting involved in the community. I did want to show you just some clubs and organizations that are popular on campus. Here's a handful of our affinity groups, as well as special interest, or academics and athletics. No matter what you're doing in high school right now, you might find something very similar to that at Hollins, or you might want to kind of branch out and find some new ways to get involved. There's tons of ways that our students are active on campus, and again, these are just a handful of options. I also wanted to share a little bit about our Student Government Association. Our students love to lead. When it comes to social justice, they're very involved. When it comes to leadership opportunities, you're going to find actually over 80 different leadership positions available through our SGA at Hollins. You'll see at the bottom some other opportunities to lead on campus. I personally love the Hollins Activity Board. They are the students that actually plan the events on campus. So your students, your fellow students get to plan all the events and ways for you to get involved on the community and throughout the campus life. Again, I know academics is important, but so is that outside of the classroom. We have the Rutherford Center to help with experiential learning opportunities. And so everything from study abroad, research to internships are going to be housed within the Rutherford Center. We actually guarantee these to our students. We also find that even first-year students, especially with internships and research, our students are diving in as early as their first year with these experiential learning opportunities. We do have a January term, so we have our fall term and our spring term, but right in the middle is our January term, where students can have a full-time internship or research project anywhere from Washington, D.C. to New York City to Atlanta to even abroad. Some really amazing opportunities available to our students. We do have a Baton Leadership Institute, which is a certificate of leadership studies that can be coupled with any major or minor. And then of course, the Roanoke Valley here, we are very engaged. Our community loves to give back. And so again, we have a really great working relationship with Roanoke. I wanted to share a few accolades. I think these are pretty fun. The Princeton Review has been ranking us in the most politically active student bodies for the past few years. Definitely being a women's college, of course, being in a space where our young women feel like they can be themselves and that they're safe. I think that's definitely a big piece of why our students are so into social justice and feel like they can voice their opinions. Again, you're going to find some about our alumni network, our college theater, internships, and a few other things as well. Of course, the application for any seniors out there, it is time to apply. It is live. We are on the Common Application. It's free to apply. Of course, when it comes to transcripts, those can be unofficial or official throughout the application process. And as you've heard already, test optional. We know this year has been difficult and lots of things happening. And so we want to work with you throughout this whole process. Again, there are some deadlines coming up. The first one that I really recommend is going to be November 15th. That's early action, non-binding, a great way to kind of get a decision in quickly. Again, financially, that's something we are committed to affordability. Our minimum merit scholarship is $24,000. With that being said, any Virginian, our minimum is $27,000. So up front, that's the first scholarship you're going to get. We offer everything from a visit scholarship, just by coming to visit campus, to a math and science, creative writing. There's tons of ways to add on to that $24,000. Last year, you'll see our average award was almost $37,000 to our students. That's almost full tuition. So we really do work with our students throughout the entire application process and through the entire financial aid process as well. The final thing, I just want to encourage you to join us for a virtual visit. Obviously, this is just a quick overview. We have student panels. We offer overviews on everything very specific to like study abroad or internships or to your academic program interest. So take our virtual tour, join us virtually. And again, this website is going to give you a list of all the available things that we're offering throughout the fall term. Again, this is some information here. Definitely follow us on Hollins Admission. If you have any questions, though, feel free to reach back out. And again, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Hollins. Our next presenter this evening will be Shenandoah University. I think you're on mute there.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Is my screen shared? It said I shared it, but it's not.
Not yet. We might just try it again.
There we go.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Good evening, everyone. My name is Malik Henry. I'm an admissions counselor here at Shenandoah University. I'm an alumni of Shenandoah. Graduated back in 2018 with my bachelor's in business administration and concentration in sport management. Real quick before I get started, if you would like to visit campus or learn more about Shenandoah, feel free to take your phone and scan the QR code here on the screen. And it'll take you to our website and you can kind of start that process looking at Shenandoah. I'm here to talk to you about who Shenandoah is. We are a small comprehensive university that welcomes students from all backgrounds. We have students from 47 different states and 64 different countries into a community that will challenge you to grow as a person and as a student. This is a community that will support you through that challenge, but also we will be there to help understand you as a student, but also help you grow into understanding others as well that might be from a different background. We also want to acknowledge that we do not tolerate racial injustice here at Shenandoah. We have made several initiatives and changes already here at Shenandoah, and I'm extremely proud of what we've done here, being a part of that as well. We have just over 2,000 undergraduate students here at Shenandoah, and just over 4,000 total students enrolled, studying over 90 different programs here at Shenandoah. With our small classes and broad exploration opportunities, students are able to thrive in and outside of the classroom, preparing you for successful careers after graduation through hands-on experiences in a wide range of fields. One thing that I loved about Shenandoah is being interactive, having shadowing opportunities and practicals, and clinical hours for some of our science and nursing students. So here at SU, you can study in one of our 8 schools and divisions. Our College of Arts and Sciences is going to be the largest as far as number of students and academic programs. So biology, exercise science, psychology, criminology and criminal justice. Those are going to be kind of our bigger ones, as well as our Division of Applied Technology, which houses the first virtual reality design program in the state of Virginia, and our Division of Education and Leadership. We also have our School of Business, our School of Nursing, which is a direct entry program, and our Shenandoah Conservatory, which has music, theater, and dance programs, which is kind of semi-rare to have all 3 programs in one house. And our conservatory building is right here on the main campus. We also have some graduate health professions, athletic training, physical therapy, occupational therapy. We have a early assurance track for those programs, so a fast track to kind of graduate early, get your bachelor's and master's and or your doctorate here at SU, and then our School of Pharmacy. Now, a quarter of our student population is going to be in the conservatory studying music, theater, or dance. And another quarter of our student population are going to be student athletes. They're going to be more spread out, not just in one school, but they are going to be all over, and you're going to make friends here at SU. We have tons of opportunities, over 90 different clubs and organizations for you to be a part of. And then we have intramural sports, bingo nights, just random pop-up events. That was one thing that I loved as a student, is just things randomly occurred on campus. All of our athletic and conservatory performances are going to be free for students. So you don't have to worry about paying for a musical or a play. You can just go to the box office and get your ticket a little early, which is extremely great, because I don't know about you, but I wasn't throwing out money left and right when I was a college student. So that's one of the great benefits of coming here to Shenandoah, is saving some money. But we also offer some great study abroad opportunities. The traditional semester or full academic year, we're partnered with over 180 universities across the world, as well as some accredited trips as well. So I was fortunate enough to go on 2 trips to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and Pyeongchang, South Korea, for 3 credits each, studying abroad in sport management and learning about different things in the different areas. So it was really a really great opportunity for me, and something I get to put on my resume. But also we offer our Global Citizenship Project. This is our most popular because it is free for students and it's over spring break. Now, it's not a touristy trip, but is a cultural immersion trip in another country, which I definitely recommend looking into if you do come here to Shenandoah. Now, all students will receive a MacBook Pro, an iPad, and an Apple Pencil. This is part of our I Am Learning program here at SU. So when I was applying to Shenandoah, I was like, oh yeah, I get a MacBook and an iPad. This is gonna be awesome. It was Christmas in August, so Christmas came twice that year, super awesome. And you get to keep this equipment. So you can watch Netflix, shop online, Amazon, Prime deals, but then also you gotta make sure you do your homework. That's the most important thing, because that's what it's here for, to prepare you to be successful in and outside of the classroom, and also in the real world. So about 1,000 students live on campus. We do require freshmen and sophomores to live on campus, but we do provide housing for all 4 years. We also offer some free learning resources for students, such as tutoring and a writing enrichment center. Our career and professional development program will also help prepare you for your first job after school. So they will help you with cover letters, resumes, do's and don'ts, and mock interviews. So if you are looking for professional development, that's one thing that you can utilize starting your freshman year. And our admissions process, we start operating on rolling admissions. So we will review your application year round. We offer merit-based scholarships based solely off of your high school GPA and are guaranteed for 4 years. So last year they ranged from about $3,000 to about $15,000. And these are, again, guaranteed for all 4 years. And it's just the start of your financial aid package. I also have a quick video that is going to just hit some other quick facts about Shenandoah for you. Sorry about that. Yeah, don't watch that again. So again, I just want to thank you all for joining us this afternoon or this evening. It was a pleasure speaking with you. And again, if you want to, oh, that's it. No worries.
You can say you're closing. It's okay.
Oh, I just wanted to thank you all for coming and joining us again this evening. If you have any questions, feel free to hit the Q&A.
Okay. Thank you very much, Shenandoah. Our next presentation this evening will be from Mississippi State University.
Okay, hopefully that worked and you guys can see that. So welcome.
It's sorry, it's a dark screen. We don't see a PowerPoint. It says you've started sharing. Oh, there we go.
Okay, perfect. Sorry about that. Welcome everybody. My name is Grant Nairn. I serve as the Assistant Director of Recruitment here at Mississippi State University. This is my 6th year with the university, and I'm super excited because I work with all the students interested from the DMV area, specifically Virginia. So excited you all could join us this evening. So I just wanted to take some time and let you learn a little bit more about the opportunities that are waiting for you at Mississippi State. So just to give you some background knowledge of where is Mississippi State, we are located in Starkville, Mississippi. It's about 2 hours north of our state capital of Jackson, Mississippi. We are definitely a small rural college town, but good news for you, we are voted a top 25 college town in the United States. So there is plenty of opportunities. There are plenty of opportunities for you to get involved on campus and in the community that surrounds us in Starkville. So you can see a few of those different opportunities listed on your screen, but there are over 450 student organizations that you can join to help make Mississippi State your home away from home. And some of those organizations range from anything as silly as like a Disney movie club to a left-handers club to some of those more honorable societies that you might be interested in helping you reach your career aspirations. A little bit more about Mississippi State and some background knowledge of who we are. So we were actually founded as Mississippi A&M in 1878. And what this is, we were founded as A&M is standing for Agricultural and Mechanics, so engineering. And since then we have acquired the name Mississippi State University because of the amount of options we offer you in terms of majors. So since then, we have acquired a few more, offering over 180 different programs of study. We were founded by the Morrill Act of 1862. So basically just providing education for the common man and making a more affordable option with hands-on experiences. We are Mississippi's land grant institution, which means we are the state's flagship research institution. We have about 4,200 acres of campus. And so a lot of that makes up of our research laboratories and research centers across campus so students can get that hands-on experience as they come in starting in their undergraduate. So students can actually start those opportunities beginning first day. So we're a tier 1 top 100 research institution. So that provides you those options from your first day on campus. We are the largest institution in the state of Mississippi. We have about 23,000 students on our campus, 18,000 being undergraduates, but we still have a 17-to-1 student faculty ratio. So our university president and administration is very keen on keeping those smaller classroom environments because you all are more susceptible to learning and more comfortable in those learning environments. So what we're going to do now is walk through a little bit of those majors we discussed. We have over 180, again, as I mentioned earlier, but they're broken down into academic colleges. And you can see all of those different academic colleges on your screen. First, we have the College of Ag and Life Sciences, and we're just going to hit on a few of those popular majors. Some of those are agronomy, animal dairy science, food science, nutrition, poultry science, and horticulture. And so they actually do a lot of research with the USDA to help eradicate world hunger and poverty. And so they're trying to make sure that they're doing enough research to enhance food safety and food quality. So don't know about all of you, but that is very important to me. And so it's really cool that these students are 18 to 23 conducting some of that research with some of our faculty and staff. Next, we have our College of Architecture, Art, and Design. Obviously, we have architecture, graphic design, building construction science, and interior design. It's a top 25 program ranked in the United States. And so we're actually the only accredited school of architecture in the state of Mississippi. It's all studio based, so you set up on your first day and you're there. Arts and sciences, our main one is broadcast meteorology. One in three of our nation's meteorologists have certification from Mississippi State. So it's really cool to see some of those opportunities there for you all. We also have a College of Business. There's the home of Entrepreneurship Center that is #6 worldwide for entrepreneurship research. We also have our Bagley College of Engineering that hosts pretty much everything from aerospace to petroleum engineering and everything in between. We are the home of the Raspet Flight Research Laboratory. So we are the lead research institution named by the FAA for anything unmanned aircraft systems. In the College of Forest Resources, environmental conservation, sustainable byproducts, a lot of different options there. And then we also have our DVM program, Doctor of Veterinary Medicine. We also have an honors college that you can learn more about and we can talk more about at a later date. One of the things I do like to hit on, college is a return. It's definitely an investment, so we want to give you the return on that investment. Total out-of-state cost for us is $35,000, and so I work with you personally to help bring that cost down as much as I can. We have merit-based, we have need-based, and a lot of opportunities in between. We also do have options for visiting campus, so if you are interested, we are hosting in person, but we also have virtual options as well. So being that most of you are from the state of Virginia, I always encourage you just to tap into that virtual option, see if it's a good option. And then if it interests you even more so, we can try to see if we can work out some of those physical opportunities for you. If you are interested in exploring your options with Mississippi State University, this shows you how to apply. You can apply through our institutional app, the Common App, or the Coalition. And so we have multiple different ways. We are test optional, so we do not need your test scores for the purpose of admissions, but we do need them to consider you for merit-based scholarships. But again, as I mentioned previously, we do have those need-based scholarships and leadership and service scholarships that we do not need a test score for. So once we have the application fee and your transcripts, we can then review you and get going on exploring your different opportunities there. As I mentioned, my name's Grant, so I'll be working directly with you. There's my contact information, and there is a QR code there. If you are interested, you can learn a little bit more about Mississippi State.
Great. Thank you very much, Mississippi State. We do have some time remaining here, so while we wait to see if any of our attendees have any questions, perhaps we can do some quick questions posed by me to our representatives this evening. So maybe you could answer, what is your favorite event or tradition on campus or in town? And or what is one thing you did not put in your presentation this evening due to fear of lack of time that you'd like to share with the group now? We can go back in the same order. So let's start with Methodist.
Sure. I love to talk about traditions. So one of my favorite traditions on our campus is that we actually have because of our large international student population in our Burns Student Center, we actually have international flags hanging around our ceiling, and they are representing students that have graduated for the first time from that country. And so at graduation, if a student is graduating for the first time, they will present that flag. And I just think that that's a really beautiful tradition that we have on our campus. So I'd love to share that.
Great, thank you. Emerson?
Yeah, so one of the things that we really focus on at Emerson, that our students focus on rather, is our student organization. So one of the major things that we do on campus every year is called the EVVY Awards, EVVY, not EMMY. And that is a student-run production. About 300 of our students work on that every year from all of our majors. And they put on an Emmy, Oscars style award show. So they put up the complete show in our Colton Modestic Theater. They stream it online. Students from every major can submit work to be judged by industry professionals. So for example, folks who submit perhaps animation work will have their work judged by folks from Pixar, DreamWorks, that kind of thing. So the students get their work professionally evaluated while being honored as part of this award ceremony. And it's a really big, popular, and fun thing that all of our students get involved in on campus.
Great, thank you. Hollins?
Sure. So being a women's college, we have basically a tradition a month. I would say probably the most cherished tradition is Tinker Day, which normally happens in October. It's a day where classes are canceled and the entire community hikes up Tinker Mountain, which is quite a hike, to be honest. But at the very end, they have donuts and fried chicken and tinker cake, and each class, so freshman, sophomore, every class has an act that they do. And again, it's a very bizarre day to explain. Everyone's in costumes, and so it sounds pretty bizarre and kind of crazy, but it's a lot of fun and a day for our community to come together, and classes are canceled. So that's always a fun one.
Thank you. Shenandoah?
So my favorite tradition here at Shenandoah is Apple Blossom. It's typically, for the students, it's about a 3-day experience. That Friday is typically the last Friday in April, where class gets canceled, and we just get to celebrate. There's a parade, there's carnivals, but it's really like a 10-day event. But it's a lot of fun just being in the community, and students really love it. I love it a lot because I really love apples. So it's a great opportunity to just like eat apple cider donuts, apple pie. They have like a big apple pie contest. Amazing. So it's a good time.
I've yet to eat dinner. That's not fair to start talking about donuts. Mississippi State.
I'm going with the tradition of the apple cider donuts. But at Mississippi State, one of our most prized traditions, we are in the Southeastern Conference and we're a D1 school. So our big rich tradition has to deal with athletics. And so one of those having to be this cowbell. I'll try not to ring it. It might make you lose your hearing. But so this is our good luck charm for anything athletics that we play. And so students are supposed to not purchase their own. It's supposed to be gifted to them before they become a student at the university. It's supposed to be an indication of our football season. So I'm just going to go ahead and come after the class of 20 who purchased their own. But this is our rich history and tradition at Mississippi State.
Great, thank you. And the final question, which is open to anybody who wants to chime in. We won't require people to answer, but 30 seconds or less. What's one tip that you have for students who are applying for colleges right now?
Okay, I was just going to say, I think that this is a wonderful way to learn about colleges that you would not have considered. I mean, a lot of times Mississippi State and Methodist would not be in the same connection, but it may open your mind to a bigger school or smaller school. So I think that it's wonderful that you're trying to take advantage of these opportunities to explore other opportunities and find your best fit. I know sometimes we can be influenced by people in our lives or our friends, but try to experience this with eyes wide open so that you can find your best fit.
I'm going to echo exactly what Taylor just said in the sense of just finding your best fit. I don't think there's a right or a wrong. I do think that there is a perfect fit for you. It's kind of like a sneaker. It fits everyone differently. You don't just wear a size 10. Everybody has a different arch and different things like that. So just making sure you find the one that is best suited for you and your future success.
I would say, if possible, visit campus. I know for me personally, and I know with times how they are now, it's hard to visit some campuses, but if you can get on campus, do it. I know when I stepped foot on Shenandoah's campus, I fell in love. It was January, snow was on the ground, and the trees were dead, and I thought it was the most beautiful place in the world. So try and get on campus if you can.
I would say make sure you utilize us. We're here to help you, and not only is there literally our job, but we want to help you. We don't expect you to know everything about this process. So please reach out to us, email us, call us, whatever you need to do so that we can be of assistance to you through the process and make sure that you know everything you want to know and get everything done that you want to get done.
Absolutely echo that. The only other thing is just everything with COVID and the world right now, just know that we all are understanding of that. I know it's a really stressful time in general, but then to add in college application process and financial aid and all these other things, we know it's a lot. And so again, use us, but also know that we're understanding and that we know that it's a difficult time all around. So.
Great. Thank you very much to all of our panelists this evening for your presentations and additional insights. Before we end tonight's presentation, just a couple quick housekeeping items. First, thank you to all of our attendees for joining us this evening. When you close this window, you will get a very quick 4-question survey that we ask that you take a minute and complete. And again, just a reminder to sign up for more sessions at that same registration website. And about 1 week from today, a recording of this session will be available on that same website. But thank you, everybody. Good luck, students, on your college search, and have a great evening.